Alright, welcome back everybody. So today we are going to be hauling rice to the grain elevator. Let's see if we can't dig ourselves out of this hole that we're in here. Jump in the Peterbilt 10-wheeler. One of the funniest sounding trucks I've ever heard. I have driven several 3406E cats. I have never heard one that sounds like this. Jack Price is here. I'm honestly thinking this is going to take way too long at 1,300 bushel a load. We may just have to go ahead and lease a semi and a hopper bottom. And the 10-wheelers are great for pulling out of the field back to the farm. Especially using the smaller combines, 2588, Cat 480, because their bins aren't that big. They're 300 something bushel, and running 850 bushel carts, so the 10-wheelers are perfect for that. But hauling from the farm back to town, I think it's just going to take way too long. So now that we got a little bit of money in the account, we'll look at doing a lease on a semi and a hopper bottom. We may have to pull one more load though. Uh, Stop here for a minute. Uh, go ahead and run a feeder car. Alcoas. Standard visor. Logo. 389 headlights. I gotta have our counter there. Half fenders. Half fenders. Nope, looks like we're going with quarter fenders. Red. White candy. Circle now. Silver gloss. Mm. Let's actually mm, I should prefer that. frame, chrome, everything. Please. Yep. And then wish they made that just a little bit smaller. Continental. We're gonna go ahead and put a restriction on this. Case. We want to pull up with it later. Alright. Park this. Alright. Door. Not a big fan of the deck metal, but no, this truck sounds a lot better. Way too many RPMs. Come on, buddy, move Challenger out of the way. Pretty sure that's the only Challenger I've ever seen driving the speed limit. Get our next load of rice here. Yeah, 1,100 bushel front hopper. 1,100 in the back. I'm carrying 1,100 more bushel than what we were. Well, 900 more bushel than what we were in the tandem. I don't know if I'll end up running a pup behind this or not, just because the roads on this map are narrow and turning in and out may be a little bit of a challenge. That and grain trains in the south are, well, I don't think I've ever seen one. About the only place I've ever really seen a grain train is up in the Dakotas, North and South Dakota. They run them up there a lot. See if we can't hit this a little bit more square this time. There we go. If the camera wasn't so far back, I could actually see out the side window. I don't know, we may be able to get a grain train through there, but it'll be tight. Whew, took that corner a little fast. Oh, we almost lost the truck in the ditch there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend driving this fast through your farmyard. That field right there to the left, the other rice field, for whatever reason, it's just not growing. So I think what I'm probably gonna end up doing is just taking the bush hog in there, bush hogging it all down, tilling it up, and planting over it. I'm not gonna be able to pay the loan down a whole lot. I keep about 100K for operating expenses for planting season. We were gonna start working ground. It's January 2nd game time. We'll actually start working ground next month in February, so we're gonna have roughly a month of expenses. And you pay it down to around probably 100. Need to keep about 130,000. So should be able to pay about 115-ish, 120 back on the loan. We should be able to get 2 more loads of rice out of the bins. And then we'll be done hauling until June, July, and then we've got a little bit of soybeans to haul, but not much. Get 1 more truckload out. And I'm not going to empty the bin completely out and take a partial load. So it's going to be a while till we plant rice again. So, because for the first couple of years on this map, I'm going to run wheat, soybeans, and corn, because there's a couple of different types of soybean and corn. So I want to see, of course, the expense to plant each type and the profit from each type. So we'll figure out which variety does the best for us as far as cash flow, and that's what we'll run. And we'll have to do the same thing with the rice too, because there's 3 different types of rice on this map. And I'll have to look at planting times, see to say rice plants at the same time wheat does, but I may be wrong. We can check real quick. Wheat, March, April. Yeah, rice is, and rye are March, April, and May. So, but we want to get them in March because we're going to be planting corn and soybeans in April. So yeah, there's 3 types of beans, or 3 types of corn, 4 types of beans, 3 types of rice. Now, I don't know if we're going to grow. We may check out rye at some point because we can actually plant that rye behind the rice tech. If we get the rice tech in March, we should be able to harvest in July, even August, and then drill rye over the top of it in September, then harvest it the next July. And it'll just keep us from having to plant wheat. Uh, it'll kind of screw up our rotation if we do that. We'll just kind of have to see how rotations work out. Since rice goes in at the same time as wheat, it'll be wheat, soybeans, corn, or rice, soybeans, corn, or we'll replace at some point peanuts. Will go into the rotation in place of corn. So I'll have to check the map, but I don't remember if there's a good place on this map to do livestock. This map is all pretty well filled. Other than I don't know. I guess this is supposed to be field 115, even though 115 is up there. Yeah, that's field 115. Maybe up here we can do livestock. Possibly right here. Or right up here, maybe. We'll just have to check them out at a later date. Just because I hate to use good farmland to put livestock on. Have to figure out. There's the animal dealer there. Would like to keep it close. I guess if I had to, we could come down here, maybe. Do it like that 128. Or the 127. We'll just have to check it out. See what the roads are like to get there, etc. Because there are a couple nice smaller fields right here and here that we can use for chopping silage. Because my livestock is normally straight just cattle. Occasionally I'll raise hogs, but not very often. I don't know. I may go ahead and do hogs on this map. I haven't decided yet. Because I try to do all of my own feed and everything, as far as growing it. And hogs take a lot more different types of feed, and you have to have specialized equipment for like potatoes. I don't think hogs require sugar beets. I don't think, but they do require potatoes, a root crop of some type. And so I think you can use either potatoes or sugar beets. Um, but we'll do potatoes, which still requires specialized equipment. But I do have some potato equipment mods um, that work well with small scale farming of that type. So we can use those. And then on this map, being in the south like this, I don't normally do sugarcane, but my farms are normally north. I try to stay in around like Missouri, Nebraska, that kind of stuff, and you just don't grow sugarcane in those places. But with this farm being in Mississippi, I may go ahead and do sugarcane. I have done sugarcane on other maps before, and it's just a long, kind of drawn out type of farming. Um, Planting and tending to it and all that kind of stuff isn't any different than your other crops. It's just the harvesting takes forever. Um, but we'll see. Because there are some places I know on this map that have some smaller fields. So I may set those up to do some of that specialized type farming, sugarcane, potatoes. I probably won't do anything besides those two. I do not like doing olives or grapes. They're just not something I enjoy doing. They're finicky and super time consuming. So I won't do those. Mostly I'm into the major crops. Like I said, wheat, rice, soybeans, corn. Mostly what I farm. I will farm potato or peanuts. Peanuts are time consuming as far as harvesting. And it's a little bit tedious, but they pay well. So I'll probably do peanuts. Probably not on a super large scale, like this field here to the left that we're looking at now. I might do peanuts in that field, but that's pushing it sidewise just for time. It takes a long time to harvest peanuts. It's like sugarcane or potatoes. It takes a long time. I will do cotton, but I will wait until our farm's quite a bit bigger before I do cotton. A lot of these fields down here are pretty nice size for cotton. With the cotton, I don't mind getting into the big fields doing cotton. Because even though I'm a Case International guy, I use a John Deere cotton picker, just because the round bales are so much easier to deal with than the big square bales of cotton. So it doesn't bother me to farm big fields when I'm doing cotton. And actually, where I live in real life, we do a lot of rice and cotton. A lot of rice and cotton. So, and years ago, they did peanuts here as well. But it got replaced with cotton and rice as far as the majority. There's just a lot more money to be made with rice and cotton than in the peanuts. So they don't farm peanuts here anymore. Now, I have heard rumors, talking to a few local farmers, talking about there's a couple of people that are starting to get back into peanuts in this area, but it's pretty small scale. Alright, so I'm going to take this truck back to the farm. I'm going to drop the trailer off in the ditch there. We're not going to haul any more rice. We're done hauling until June or July. I'll have to check my worksheet, see exactly when. Let's see. I want to say those were in listings. So yeah, June is the high point for those. So we're done hauling until June. Before I end this video, I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on the bridges a little bit. See if we can't smooth those out some. And then we'll call it for this video. And then the next video, I also want to gravel this area kind of where we're sitting out here, since I'm using it as a massive parking lot at this point. But anyway, the next video, I want to disc the fields that we ripped and limed, and then pick the rocks and get them ready for drilling wheat. Because it'll be time to drill wheat. So, alright, let's go ahead and start. By getting rid of this grass right here. Round this out just a little bit. We're gonna round this out just a little bit. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to round it a little bit more. There we go. Move that out just a little bit there. I'm not gonna grab this whole thing. Add a little bit of color. Alright. Then we're gonna go over here to this bridge. One thing I don't care for on this map is whatever grass this is, you can't get rid of it. It just stays. No matter what you do, it's just there. Even trying to paint or whatever. And I've gone into the map itself and tried to change it, and I haven't had any luck whatsoever with changing it. So I just gave up. I was getting frustrated. That would be why that's it. Not even any ground under it. Kind of floating out there in the middle of nowhere. Alright, camera. Stop freaking out. Any point. Well, that ought to make the bridge easier to find anyway. Still not the best, but this bridge is okay to find. And it should make it a lot smoother to go across now. Bless me. Still a little bit of a hole right there. Nothing like a look. I have a chainsaw? I do have. Oh crap. Ah. Something funky going on. I was hoping that I might be able to disappear this thing. Come on. Go. Well, I got rid of that tree. Alright. Got rid of those trees anyway. Open it up some. Hoping I could do the same thing with these, but again, it's the way that these plants are written into the map. They won't disappear no matter what you do. So it is what it is. Can't change it, unfortunately. We'll just have to deal with it and go on. Need to move the combines back into the... move some of this equipment back into the sheds, but it's late enough now that I'm not going to worry about it. So, but that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time whenever we run the disc across the fields and pick rocks, getting ready to drill wheat.